What's up guys, I'm Ryan Fischer and this is my breakfast every single morning, and I truly believe that if everyone switched to a breakfast like this, you guys would be able to lose tons and tons of body fat literally effortlessly. So here's the deal. We're gonna be consuming tons and tons of fruit throughout our day. What I like to do is start with a giant salad bowl, and I put a 3-pound bag of fruit in the salad bowl, and then I put it in the fridge, and then overnight, everything kind of thaws out and it gets to this really nice texture that really tastes like dessert. It's soft, it's cold, it's super, super good. If we go to my freezer, it's just big bags like this, and I put them in the salad bowl, and that's what we have the next day. When it comes to the protein, we're gonna be cooking basically just tons and tons of these. Touch that meat and got some juice on my hands. So what's so important about this diet is mainly the fact that no matter how much fruit that you consume and how much lean beef that you consume, it's extremely difficult to go over on your calories. This entire pound of meat is only 800 calories. So if you have 3 pounds of meat for the entire day, that's only 2,400 calories. 3 pounds of meat is 2,400 calories. And then the entire 3-pound bag of fruit is like around 600 calories. So what I like to do is put the heat on here. We'll cut this thing open. I put some coconut oil on the pan, and I already cooked a pound. I'm gonna cook the 2nd pound here, and then we just chop it up. So what I really like about this is you could very easily make 2 or 3 of these and just be set for the day, and you just have your fruit. And in reality, like no matter what your calories are at, typically like if you're a bigger guy, you're just naturally gonna wanna eat probably 2 or 3 pounds every single day because you're gonna be hungry, and then you can pretty much have as much fruit as you want. And if you're a smaller person, like a smaller, like 120-pound girl, you're probably not gonna be eating a pound in one sitting like I am. So I genuinely feel like you kind of self-moderate what your calories should be. For most people, you're probably gonna wanna either maintain your body weight that you have now, or you're gonna wanna get leaner. There's not a ton of people out there who truly wanna bulk, and if you do wanna bulk, I highly suggest doing something very similar, but adding in a lot of rice, because having the rice and the fruit and the meat makes it a lot easier for you to consume more calories. Your main goal when you wanna bulk is to get as many carbohydrates in as possible, and then your protein can actually come down a little bit. Most people don't realize when you're bulking, you don't need 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight because you're not in a calorie deficit. So you wanna have that high protein when you're in a deficit because you wanna preserve your muscle mass. But if you're not in a deficit, you don't need that. You can actually get away with like 0.6, 0.7 grams per pound of body weight when you're trying to bulk. So with that being said, you would want a lot more carbohydrates, and you can't get a lot of carbs with fruit, but you can with rice. So the one thing I would recommend if you're gonna bulk, add some rice. But like I was saying, in terms of just absolutely melting belly fat and just shredding yourself up, there is no easier way to diet than this right here. I have coached over 100,000 people online, probably like 150,000 people online. I've done carb cycling, I've done keto cycling, I've done paleo diets, I've done keto diets, I've done everything that you can possibly imagine. And this is by far the easiest way to do it. And it's the most sustainable way for most people because they don't have to think about it. There's no measuring, there's no weighing. When they go out to eat, they just get whatever is meat on the menu. They just get the fish, they get the steak, they get the burger, whatever it is, but they just don't have the bun and all the stuff. The number one question that I will get at this point is like, what about vegetables? Why is there no vegetables? Everyone starts freaking out about vegetables. I don't have anything against vegetables. The thing is when you have a lot of vegetables, your calories are even less. So what's gonna wind up happening is you're gonna wind up eating meat and vegetables. You can absolutely throw them in, it's not gonna hurt. It's just that when you start eating the vegetables, you get even more full, even faster, and you don't get the calories in. So a lot of the guys out there who have a decent amount of muscle mass, they're not gonna wanna be consuming so little calories that they're losing a lot of body weight. So for me personally, I like doing mainly the fruit because it keeps me in my maintenance calorie zone. So for me, I'm not really trying to cut, not usually trying to bulk, but this is the easiest way for me to maintain absolutely possible. But I've had several clients and several friends, even people in my family, I tell them to do this and they literally look completely different in like 30, 60, 90 days. It's like out of control. We actually had a client recently lose 40 pounds in 2 months doing just this, that's it. So the next thing people are gonna say is, do you put anything on the meat? That's like the number one thing I get on social media. Do you put anything on it? What's the recipe? It's like, well, here's the recipe. I take hot sauce and I just blob it on there. and I mix it up, and it's amazing. And I'm not affiliated with this company, but in my opinion, this is the best hot sauce on the planet. It's literally insane. They have a bunch of different ones. They have like jalapeno and like some green one and some peach flavored one, but honestly, just the regular jalapeno, the red one is the way to go. They have an orange one, way too hot. How I actually originally started doing this was I started watching some content from that guy, Carnivore MD. He talks about doing mainly meat and fruit. He does a little bit of dairy. I also do a little bit of dairy here and there, like for those of you who are looking for like a snack. I really like the Good brand cottage cheese, and I also like the Faye brand Greek yogurt. They're super, super good. This is the brand of cottage cheese that I really like. It's called Good. It's really, really good. And as you guys can see in my fridge, the only thing I have in here really is just meat and cottage cheese. These are like some chicken meatballs, and then this is pre-workout. And I really just have like very minimal stuff. One of the big things that you guys can do at home is to not buy anything that you would not want to eat. Even like treats, for instance. I don't have any like ice cream or any of that stuff in my house. I will eat that stuff sometimes with my girlfriend, Zoe. She loves to eat ice cream. So like if you guys are in a relationship and you want to have like a normal relationship, what I try to tell people is to do this 80% of the time and then have your 20% of like whatever you want to do. But when you guys are going to have like those little cheats, they have to be you going and getting them. They can't be in your house because you're going to think about it all of the time and you're going to wind up messing up a lot more than you need to. But if the 20% is when you go out, it's like way more manageable. You don't wind up messing up as much. And honestly, you don't crave it as much. When it's in the house, you genuinely just, you can't stop craving it. Like if you guys ever went grocery shopping and you bring all your groceries home and there's a lot of stuff there and you kind of want to eat a little bit of every single thing because you just got it, that's why I don't have any of that stuff in the house. To be honest, I really never get over it. A lot of people ask me like, do you get bored of it? Whenever I get bored, honestly, instead of going from red meat, I'll go to like ground chicken, I'll do ground turkey, I'll do scallops, I'll do salmon, I'll do some sort of different kind of meat, but it's always meat and it's always fruit. Sometimes I'll just do bananas for the whole day. Sometimes I'll just do apples for the whole day. All right, so here is the easiest diet for you guys to start absolutely melting body fat off your body, getting absolutely shredded, and it is the easiest thing you'll ever do in your life, and it also tastes absolutely amazing. All right, if you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe. And if you guys would like a little bit more information on what you should be eating specifically for your goals, how much protein, how much carbs, how often should I eat, how many meals should I eat per day, go ahead and visit my website, jimryan.com. I will help make you a customized nutrition program in addition to the training program that you should be following for your specific goals. If you want to put on muscle, if you want to burn body fat, or if you even want to maintain what you have, go ahead and visit me at jimryan.com, and I'll see you guys in the next video.